Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Captain Marvel issue 7. And before I start this review, just want to say I have a couple updates. One update is that I already have my Amazing Spider-Man issue 698 review up, so it's right before my Friday reviews, so I have it up. Don't worry, it's up, so go check that out. And also I have 4 comic reviews on Dark Avenger Inc., which is Green Lantern New Guardians, Ultimate Comics X-Men, Nightwing, and Supergirl. So go check those out on Dark Avenger Inc. And let's start the review for Captain Marvel issue 7. So let's talk about the cover. Not a big fan of the cover. To tell you the truth, the covers are not as good as the interior art. Usually you don't get that. Usually it's the opposite. Usually you get really good covers and not as well interior art. But with this, I didn't like it. I just didn't like the art that much. I don't know, it's a little weird. But who's this? This has nothing to do with this issue. Like, no one's charging at her like that. So that's definitely misleading. I read the issue and I still can't figure out what this means. So the cover's a little misleading. I didn't love the cover, but let's see if I like the issue. So with this issue, we get to see a new story arc. Captain Marvel is discovering this underwater place with a lot of planes. And Monica, who's one of her friends, I think she's like Moonlight or something. I think that's her name. I know her character, but never read anything with her character. But so she's just helping out a friend, and she's trying to discover what these planes are all about. Then she has another friend that comes, Freddie, who I did search on Frank, not even Freddie, Frank, sorry, who I did search on the internet, on Google, and he only appeared in 6 issues, but it seemed like he appeared in so many issues. It's like, oh, Frank, oh, I must know him in a previous Ms. Marvel comic, and I did not recognize him because he was only in 6 issues. He's not that important. He seems important in this issue. It's like, oh, everyone knows him, but he's not that important. They just kind of popped him in for some reason. So he helps out Carol to look at all these different boats and all different planes underwater, and that's it. And now there's this big monster thing that comes out of the water. Now I gotta say, comparing this issue with previous issues with the time travel thing, it's a lot better. It was actually a little bit more entertaining. Do I love that every issue is about planes and not even her, you know, piloting a plane? It's just about everything else about planes? Not really. I mean, first we got a plane that time travels. Now we're getting planes underwater for a mysterious reason because she knows so much about planes. Like, oh, well, let's get her to look at these planes. Why can't we have a story arc not about planes? Or even if she's just a pilot for something. I don't mind that, but like her doing everything else with planes is just a little annoying. But I mean, this issue was definitely a lot more enjoyable than the last couple issues, but that's not saying that much. I just feel like it's just fell flat for me, this issue, and I'm just not interested. I really like Ms. Marvel. I like her character. It's just that they could do so much more with this series, and they're just not, you know. And the one thing that disappoints me so much is I hear so many people like this series, and I just don't see what they like about it. It's just not, like, there's like, Marvel keeps bragging, saying, Captain Marvel is one of our best solo series. It's like, I mean, the first issue was really good, but other than that, like, all these story arcs just really fell flat. And this story arc feels the same way. So I'm going to finally say this. I know I've been not saying that many great things about Captain Marvel, so I'm going to finally say this. I am dropping this series. Yes, this issue wasn't totally bad. If this was the first story arc, then I'd be like, yeah, I'll continue it. It's not horrible. It's just not the best. But after reading the whole first story arc, and I want issue 7, and there's so many other comic books I want, I'm dropping this. It's not worth it anymore. I love the art. I see the potential, but I can't stay on this series forever. I'm gonna drop it. It was a fun run, I guess, but I'm not a big fan of it. And this story arc just didn't wow me. This story arc really had to wow me to keep this book, and it just didn't. It fell flat. It wasn't great. It was just okay. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5. If you didn't read that first story arc, you should pick up this issue, but I'm gonna drop it. It didn't wow me enough to say I'm gonna continue. And there's just other books that I enjoy more than Captain Marvel. So I'm gonna drop it, and I say pick this issue up, but it's definitely not crazy good. It's just okay. But Guys, this is Comic Uno. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the random situations in the description below. There'll be links for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Comic Uno. Bye, guys. And I say pick this up, but I am dropping this series. Bye, guys.